was a close one. I wonder why they keep shooting missiles at me.
Well, maybe it's because they don't want the Hindenburg hovering over their backyard.
That was a close one. I wonder why they keep shooting missiles at me.
Well, maybe it's because they don't want the Hindenburg hovering over their backyard.
Very funny. So PlayStation 2 is just a few months away. Tell me you're getting one.
Are you kidding? With so many games available at launch, you know where I'll be on October 26th. I can't believe you get all that gaming power for only $299.
You and me both. Sorry, gang. Maggie here with the summer issue of the PlayStation Underground. We started things off with a trip down to Neversoft to talk to the developers of Spider-Man. I've never seen old Spidey looking so good. For those of you who saw the Legend of Dragoon teaser in the last issue and are hungry for more, you got it. Check out the new behind-the-scenes segment. We went up to Vancouver for the Slam City Jam. We wanted to find out what real skaters thought of SCEA's new Grind Sessions skating game. Then it was back down to E3, where Malcolm in the Middle's Frankie Muniz kept one step ahead of security to report on the PlayStation 2. Check it out! Of course, what issue of the Underground would be complete without codes, downloads, and demos? Head to the vault and try Threads of Fate, Tenchu 2, and Chrono Cross, just to name a few. That should keep you busy for a while. By the next time I see you, PlayStation 2 will have hit the stores in North America.
Yeah, who says I'm giving you the day off?
Well, just for that, mister, no Tekken for you.
Hey, I'm Frankie Muniz from Fox's Malcolm in the Middle, and I'm here at E3 because the guys at PlayStation Underground asked me to come here to check out the PlayStation 2's newest games. What would you say? Oh, yeah! Someone tell my mom I'm going to be late for dinner, okay? Yeah.
Excuse me, kid. You can't be in here.
But I'm Frankie Muniz. I'm working for PlayStation Underground. You might know me from a hit TV show, Malcolm in the Middle.
Yeah, right. Look, Freddy.
Frankie.
Right, kid. Unless you're 18, I can't let you in here. I know you might be somebody important. You gotta go. Come on, right this way. Let's go. Hey, am I really on camera? Check this out. Hey!
Because E3 isn't open to the public and no one under 18 is supposed to be allowed in, I was asked to keep a low profile. Hey, no problem. I'm always up for a covert operation.
Metal Gear Solid 2 shows what the power of PlayStation can do. The game's great as Metal Gear. For example, if you're in a hallway and you're being attacked and you see some steam pipes overhead, you can actually shoot at them. Steam will come out, hit your opponent, and take them out. Solid Snake is back. He's got more animations, more actions, more moves. The soldiers are back. They have even better AI and different attacks. It's important to remember in the world of Metal Gear that the technology is used to create great art, but the art isn't there just for visual sake. It's there really to enhance gameplay. For example, if you see a shadow on the floor, that's a clue that your enemy might be approaching. You can shoot out the lights, your opponent will then be at a disadvantage, and you can use your infrared glasses to see him. It's all part of the strategy to create an immersive and completely realistic world in which you feel the heat, you feel the humidity, the tension, the suspense building. It's a completely immersive and realistic world. Metal Gear 2 Sons of Liberty for PlayStation 2 will be out in fall of 2001 from Konami.
Oddworld Inhabitants have made some amazing graphics. Let's take a look.
This is Oddworld Munch's Odyssey, the second game in the Oddworld quintology. The second game of which there are 5. This time you play Munch. He's the last of his kind. He's an endangered species. His whole mission is about bringing his race back from the brink of extinction. And where's he at? He's in a medical testing facility. So you got to break him out. You got to help him regain his race. Along the way, you're going to meet Abe. You're going to play him in a full world that combines action, adventure, role-playing strategy, simulation, all seamlessly gene-spliced into one gaming experience. So this is Oddworld Munch's Odyssey, and it'll be coming to you on the PlayStation 2 this winter.
This next game is teaching me how to use a sword.
In Onimusha, a princess has been kidnapped by a monster. You play a young samurai swordsman who tries to save her. You will find it cool and exciting to slash through a bunch of monsters one after another. The graphic level we have achieved in this game was only possible because of the incredible capabilities of the PlayStation 2, combined with Capcom's programming expertise. As a result, Japan's samurai era is represented to perfection. Onimusha is coming to your home this November. Expect the best. We won't fail you.
I had robots like this to take on my big brother.
Armored Core 2 for the PlayStation 2 from Software. Much awaited sequel to the Armored Core series. There's 200 unique items. You can customize your mechs. There's 49-step ladder for single player. There's 35 new single player missions. It's got 3 new types of items. There's a radiator for overheat, and there's a super boost for accelerated movement. There's interior and exterior weapons, which allow for different kinds of targeting. It's gonna be out 4th quarter. Everybody keep your eyes out for it, because it's gonna be great.
Doesn't that guy have anything better to do? Oh man. What if you could do magic? But what if you couldn't control it?
We're talking about Summoner, an RPG for the PlayStation 2 that's due out on October 26th. It's a story about a man named Joseph who has the ability to summon demons. As a young man, he summoned a demon that got out of control and destroyed his hometown. The story follows Joseph as he learns to control his ability. As he moves through the different levels of Summoner, he picks up many different friends, and they learn more about the land, about his summoning ability, and about how Joseph can bring this ability under control. They also learn about how he can save his continent from being destroyed by an evil emperor who seeks to destroy Joseph.
This is Nico, which is a working title, and is still very early in development. It is a unique approach to the action-adventure genre and takes full advantage of the power of the PlayStation 2. You play a young hero that must lead a beautiful young girl through a puzzle-laden castle. You'll need to find your way through dark dungeons, trap-filled corridors, dangerously open fields, and challenging enemies, all while protecting and caring for the young girl. There will be so much going on at one time that it will truly test your skills as a gamer. We are excited about the new game engine that offers a whole new level of realism both graphically and in the physics of gameplay. The way the enemies behave, the way they move and attack, and the interaction you have with the world, the way the chains look and feel as you swing on them, or the details in the amazingly lifelike background, all these occur in real time and react to the way you play the game. PlayStation 2 opens so many opportunities that the possibilities seem endless. It's very exciting.
Well, that pretty much does it for me. Pretty cool PlayStation 2 games, huh? I think so. I have to wait till October 26th to actually play them. What? I'm just borrowing them for a while.
Hey, Frankie! I hope one of those is for me. Uh-oh.
This is
anybody's ever given the opportunity to do Spider-Man as a video game, I think they would just snap it up. He is the superhero. I mean, the best superhero that you could ever come up with. I mean.
Plus, he relates so much to like who we were growing up as kids. You know, having trouble with with girls and money, and then also being able to have all these cool powers, be able to swing around, wall crawl, super strength, Spidey sense, the whole thing.
We knew going in that it was going to be one of the most difficult games you could possibly try to do. The guy can go anywhere.
And then the day we got it working, it was one of the happiest days of my life, I know that.
Is that the bank ahead?
Yes, but be careful, Spider. I saw the chopper dropping off armed robbers on top of the bank.
Well, it was the day we got Spidey. You could jump off a building, hit your swing button, swing to a building, crawl up, go over like, nice complicated surfaces, pop down, and then start fist fighting with a bad guy that's, try to ruin the world. And we just looked at each other, all laughed and smiled and said, we got something that's really fun, even just to move the character around. I think the biggest aha was that getting Spidey to like swing from building to building and have it be fun. Because we started with a lot of different steps, and it almost started off as a Spider-Man simulator at one point. So I want to shoot my web up there, and then that'd make me, I think, swing in there. And like, no, that's not fun. Finally, like, no, what you want to do is be able to jump off a building, hit your button, swing to the next building. Stay right where you are, Spider-Man.
If you were Spider-Man, you don't think about where you're going to have to stick your web so that you can swing to the next building.
These guys won't let up!
And as people get better and better at playing the game, they learn that they can actually hit the R2 button, swing towards a building, turn in the air to kind of release themselves from going straight to that building and just keep going.
That was close.
The biggest thing we realized while making this game is getting him in those poses and making it look fluid was so hard. Getting a guy to do that from a jump to a swing to a crouch to a look around is very difficult.
So if you're going to go and try to motion capture a guy doing all this kind of stuff, it's just not going to happen because there's no way you're going to be able to tie all those moves back to your ready stance. And so what we had to do there was really put the burden of all that on our animator.
Just stepped up to the plate and became Spider-Man, just nailed it on every single one. We've got Spidey on screen. I've heard that he sits at home and actually gets into all the poses.
He totally kept us in line with making sure that everything was right for all the, what you call core Spider-Man fans that are out there. So we've got things in the game that only real live, true life Spider-Man fans are going to pick up on.
Got, the Fantastic Four's building there, in the very first level you swing by. Throughout the game, we're going to pepper it with just fun things that, just the core people will know, but then also the people who don't know will be like, what is this? And then they might be interested in even learning more about it. And actually, we're going to try to give them as much information as they need.
Leave them alone, Chuckles.
Butt out, Webhead.
Spider-Man? I asked for the police, and I get this?
The cutscenes are essentially the driving force of the game. Your reward for getting through this level is to get to that next cutscene and see how the story is going to unfold.
We've really stuck to the book on almost every single thing, and we've tried to make it the, perfect Spider-Man game. He does the right web stuff, he has the right attitude, he has the right quips that he makes.
I'm sorry, guys. Am I late for the party?
At this point, I'm really looking forward to finding out what people think. We're getting to that point, in the process where we can completely see the end, and we got a pretty damn good feeling. Testing video games, difficult thing to do, but we've learned a lot. over the years. For example, like on the Tony Hawk game, we've got the professional skaters coming in, helping us with the game, testing it, giving us advice. So on Spider-Man, you know, it's kind of like the same thing.
Spidey, I got the new rev for you.
Thanks, Chad. I'll have that bug report for you as soon as possible.
Oh, and Spidey, could you use maybe the front door next time?
Yeah, no problem.
In a beautiful, magical world, a mysterious prophecy begins to unfold, triggering immense change. It may bring peace and happiness for all, or the darkest evil imaginable. Can you control this destiny? Others are already rushing to control it and you. They've plundered the village you grew up in, killed your parents, and kidnapped your childhood friend. Your only possible answer is a 10,000-year-old legend that unveils the secrets of harnessing the savage power and soul of a dragon and transforming you into a supernatural warrior known as a Dragoon. Thus begins The Legend of Dragoon, a sweeping new epic journey of mystery, romance, and magical combat. 3 years in the making, spanning 4 PlayStation CDs. We've only scratched the surface of this deep game, says DailyRadar.com, but what we've seen tells us that Sony has a surefire RPG hit on its hands. Says PS Extreme Magazine, The Legend of Dragoon is destined to become a PlayStation classic. Forget any others. The Legend of Dragoon redefines the meaning of role-playing adventures. Several new features pull you deeper into the story.
We developed an innovative real-time tactical combat system called the Additionals Attack. By pressing the button successfully at the right time, you can execute and control the fighting action. This brings real-time tension to the battle sequences and makes you more emotionally involved with the game and the characters. Gain enough hit and spirit points, and you will gain the power to transform into a powerful Dragoon.
The gameplay in Legend of Dragoon is really unique. The ability to turn into a Dragoon, it adds almost like a second character to each character. Full armor, wings, bigger weapons, spells. It's really cool.
There are 9 highly developed playable characters with over 200 enemies, over 200 items, and more than 80 hours of deeply involving gameplay.
Vengeance, betrayal, a struggle with destiny, both good and evil. A new level of storytelling in a sweeping epic. The best movie of the summer just might be on your PlayStation, disguised as a game. The demo is waiting for you in the vault.
Hi, this is Star Trek Invasion. It's the first Star Trek game for the PlayStation. It's coming out later this summer. The game is a space adventure, and in the game you play a commander of a new ship that we've designed called the Valkyrie. You fly with your squad mates to help defend the Klingons from their arch enemies, the Hurk. We have over 20 missions, many of which are unlocked by performing exceptionally well in the other missions. The game has over 20 weapons, from photon torpedoes, phasers, galactic mines, all the way through trilithium phasers. The game also features Patrick Stewart and Michael Dorn from the TV show and the movies, as well as featuring a whole new storyline that we created just for the game. We also have, for the first time, multiplayer action, so you can go up with your friends on the same screen against each other or with each other to help defend the Federation. sound effects, music, the whole thing tells a compelling story, but intense action.
In Spyro Year of the Dragon, we have done more with variety and gameplay than we've done in any of our previous games. The thing we like the most about Spyro Year of the Dragon is that you can play as 4 different critters in the game. You can play as a strong man, you can play as Sheila the kangaroo, you can play as Sergeant Bird the penguin, and you can play as Agent 9, who's a monkey with a big gun who runs around blasting things. Each of these critters has their own set of moves, they have their own stories, they live in their own worlds, and they help Spyro in his quest to bring the dragon eggs back to the dragon worlds. Another thing that we're really excited about is the variety of mini-games. As Spyro, you can go into a skateboard park, you can compete against other characters in the game in a skateboard challenge. You can get into a boxing match, you can do a sub chase. The variety is almost endless, and so this year we believe that we've really increased the variety just 100-fold. Spyro Year of the Dragon. Look for it this holiday season.
Behind me is Dave Mirra Freestyle BMX, published by Acclaim Entertainment, the first BMX game ever developed on the PlayStation console. Dave Mirra, Ryan Nyquist, Ken Harkin, Lee Ramsdale, Mike Laird, we got tons of them. They're the best riders in the industry. One of the coolest things about this game is you can literally make your own tricks. You can make tricks, big out tricks, and take modifier tricks and make all new ones, making thousands of combinations. It's the biggest thing ever in a video game. Coming out fall, Acclaim Entertainment.
Hi, we're showing off Parasite Eve 2 here from Squaresoft. A lot of things have changed about the game. The main thing is the battle system. We're no longer using a turn-based system. We're not using a real-time system where you just pretty much run around, target the monster, and shoot. You don't have to wait your turn. The game looks great. You don't have to scurry from the monsters. You're encouraged to fight as much as possible. She has a lot of new weapons. She has a flamethrower, grenade launchers, a railgun, and there's a gunblade somewhere in there too. When you fight, you get experience, which releases the Aya's hidden parasite energy. So essentially your magic develops as you fight more monsters. Adds quite a bit to the action. Parasite Eve 2 from Squaresoft, coming out in September, so keep an eye out for it.
This game is called Vagrant Story. It's coming out May 16th for the Sony PlayStation. One of the great things about this particular game, it's an active time battle system, and what I really like is that you can target the individual body parts of your enemy. So you can slash the legs to reduce mobility, you can slash the arms so they're not as effective in attacking you or defending themselves. It's a huge mage-type dungeon. It takes about 40 hours to get through. And finally, my favorite part of this game is the chain reaction events. What I mean by that is as you strike an enemy, by your timing, you can actually keep hitting them for more and more chain effects, all the way up to my personal best is 40 chains in a row, so you can easily wipe out an enemy. It's a great game. Be sure that you check it out.
Hi, this is Alone in the Dark, an action-adventure game. It's a game about It's a new experience of fear. When you arrive on the island, you don't even know why you are there. And what you have to do in order to survive in this hostile environment. So you have to play very carefully. Imagine that you are in an old mansion, abandoned, with only a flashlight. You are very aware of what is going underground, and in the shadow corner, you use your flashlight, and suddenly a monster fall on your shoulder. You can put it down and shoot it. It's alive, it's not alive, you don't know. You run away. You don't understand if you have dreamed or not, or where is the truth. It's very insecure, in fact.
This is the Jurassic way of welcoming guests, not exactly the red carpet treatment.
There's no response.
It's okay. David's still alive. So let's get moving, we still got a mission.
Dino Crisis 2 is one of our featured titles this year. It features all of the action that you've loved about the Dino series, but it's added a lot more. Basically, when you run through the game, you play as Regina or Dylan. Dylan is sort of this new, rough, tough guy.
The name's Dylan. Call me that when you need some help, okay?
And Regina is, of course, from the original Dino, who uses her cunning stealth and weapons expertise to defeat the evil predators. Basically what we've done with Dino is kind of overhauled the series. We've increased the polygon count, added greater detail to the characters, just made the environments much more realistic. And you'll use this new combo system. You'll earn points for each dinosaur you kill. And as you go through, you kill more dinosaurs, you'll earn more points, which in turn you'll be able to buy more weapons. This game features tons more weapons than the original. You've got everywhere from sort of rocket launcher type weapons to fully automatic machine guns, and we've increased the power of them greatly as well. Tons more action, and it's coming at you this fall only from Capcom.
Crash Bash is a 3D arena-based battle game where you can pick Crash or any of his 8 friends or enemies. You can play last man standing type combat games. You can pick up crates and throw them at each other. You can play with up to 400 friends with the multi-tap. You can sit on polar bears, you can sit on pogo sticks and catch as many blocks and colors as you can. It's a fun game, unlike any other Crash game that you've seen before, and it's coming out this holiday.
Hello gamers, I'm right here at the Atari booth hopping next to Frogger 2, an all new game and all new experience. We've got an incredible new enemy for you, Swampy the Crocodile, and if you want to play as a girl frog, you can hang with Lily Frog. She's pink, she's hot, she's girl power. It's all about new levels, new enemies, and all new worlds to explore. So come check it out, we'll be out in September, and it'll be ready for you. Have a great time with Frogger 2.
Welcome to the wonderful world of Simpsons Wrestling. We are so excited to bring you this product. We got a ton of features in this game. You got your Homer, we got Bart, we got Krusty, we got all of them. Let me go over some of the special features right now. Homer's got a bowling ball, he throws it at you. You got the Bumblebee Man, he's got a Chihuahua, for goodness sakes. I mean, you got Krusty with his mallet. There's so many different aspects and levels of this game. It's gonna be a great experience for everyone in the entire family. We even got, in the single player version, you can fight against Patty and Selma as a tag team, Burns and Smithers. So all these different aspects are included, including pinfalls, grappling, special maneuvers, including like body slams and that kind of a thing. So look forward to seeing Simpsons Wrestling coming out later on this year for the winter season.
Hi, this is Star Trek Invasion. It's the first Star Trek game for the PlayStation. It's coming out later this summer. The game is a space adventure, and in the game you play a commander of a new ship that we've designed called the Valkyrie. You fly with your squad mates to help defend the Klingons from their arch enemies, the Hurk. We have over 20 missions, many of which are unlocked by performing exceptionally well in the other missions. The game has over 20 weapons, from photon torpedoes, phasers, galactic mines all the way through new trilithium phasers. The game also features Patrick Stewart and Michael Dorn from the TV show and the movies, as well as featuring a whole new storyline that we created just for the game. We also have, for the first time, multiplayer action, so you can go up with your friends on the same screen against each other or with each other to help defend the Federation.
Vancouver, Canada. It's the gateway to thousands of miles of wilderness. It's also home to Slam City Jam, the North American Skateboard Championships. In nature, gravity rules. Things fall. But in skateboarding, everyone is trying to defy gravity as much as possible. But try to fight it, and eventually it will break you down. The difference between falling and flying is a matter of control. This year at Slam City Jam, there was a new way to defy gravity. PlayStation kiosks were set up to introduce a new game called Grind Session.
Grind Session is an awesome game. It's one of the best I've played so far in skateboarding.
The levels are great. Lots of detail. I just pulled off this 360 and real nice grab on it, and I just didn't think I would land it, but it pulled it through at the end, so it was just awesome.
You don't have to worry about the pain of having a wipeout. The game can really drive you to be a better skater.
You can get on fire in that game when you get a lot of tricks, and I was just smoking it.
Not only was Grind Session at Slam City Jam, but Slam City Jam is in Grind Session. You can skate the championship course for yourself. One of the people checking out Grind Session was Ed Templeton, who's one of the 6 pros featured in the game along with 4 amateur skaters.
It was fun working with a game developer, working on the different tricks, and to make sure it was a quality game. And those guys really did a good job on making that really realistic. I've been skating for 15 years. It's hard to explain why I keep doing it. It's just a love thing. You just get up every morning and go, what can I do today? Oh, I guess I'm going to go skate. And it's totally fun. It's the best thing you can ever do is to make a living out of the thing that you enjoy the most. And then I got injured the first day of skating the course here. Definitely not 100% right now. I thought yesterday that I wouldn't be able to skate at all. So I'm lucky to even be out there at all right now.
Despite an injured heel, Ed Templeton beat gravity and won Best Trick in the Street Division.
That was a close one. I wonder why they keep shooting missiles at me.
Well, maybe it's because they don't want the Hindenburg hovering over their backyard.
Very funny. So PlayStation 2 is just a few months away. Tell me you're getting one.
Are you kidding? With so many games available at launch, you know where I'll be on October 26th. I can't believe you get all that gaming power for only $299.
You and me both. Oh, sorry, gang. Maggie here with the summer issue of the PlayStation Underground. We started things off with a trip down to Neversoft to talk to the developers of Spider-Man. I've never seen old Spidey looking so good. For those of you who saw the Legend of Dragoon teaser in the last issue and are hungry for more, you got it. Check out the new behind-the-scenes segment. We went up to Vancouver for the Slam City Jam. We wanted to find out what real skaters thought of SCEA's new Grind Sessions skating game. Then it was back down to E3, where Malcolm in the Middle's Frankie Muniz kept one step ahead of security to report on the PlayStation 2. Check it out! Of course, what issue of the Underground would be complete without codes, downloads, and demos? Head to the vault and try Threads of Fate, Tenchu 2, and Chrono Cross, just to name a few. That should keep you busy for a while. By the next time I see you, PlayStation 2 will have hit the stores in North America.
Yeah, who says I'm giving you the day off?
Well, just for that, mister, no Tekken for you. That was a close one. I wonder why they keep shooting missiles at me.
Well, maybe it's because they don't want the Hindenburg hovering over their backyard.
Very funny. So PlayStation 2 is just a few months away. Tell me you're getting one.
Are you kidding? With so many games available at launch, you know where I'll be on October 26th. I can't believe you get all that gaming power for only $299.
You and me both. Sorry, gang. Maggie here with the summer issue of the PlayStation Underground. We started things off with a trip down to Neversoft to talk to the developers of Spider-Man. I've never seen old Spidey looking so good. For those of you who saw the Legend of Dragoon teaser in the last issue and are hungry for more, you got it. Check out the new behind-the-scenes segment. We went up to Vancouver for the Slam City Jam. We wanted to find out what real skaters thought of SCEA's new Grind Sessions skating game. Then it was back down to E3, where Malcolm in the Middle's Frankie Muniz kept one step ahead of security to report on the PlayStation 2. Check it out! Of course, what issue of the Underground would be complete without codes, downloads, and demos? Head to the vault and try Threads of Fate, Tenchu 2, and Chrono Cross, just to name a few. That should keep you busy for a while. By the next time I see you, PlayStation 2 will have hit the stores in North America.
Yeah, who says I'm giving you the day off?
Well, just for that, mister, no Tekken for you. I wonder why they keep started things off with session skate modes. Head to the
It is the age of the warring states. The old shogun has fallen, and samurai warlords fight savage battles for the right to hoist their flags over the great castles of Japan. But far from the battlefield, unseen and unheard, a different breed of warriors ply their deadly trade. Born in shadow, they will die as shadows. They are the ninja.
Toda, your time is at hand.
Access denied. Access denied. Access
Our Romulan combat group has launched a number of unprovoked attacks on Federation shipping in the Zeria system, near the neutral zone. A patrol force of 10 Valkyries will be dispatched to investigate. Each of you will fly in a 2-ship formation and report any contact with Romulan vessels immediately.
Weapon systems are online. 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 Weapon systems are online.
Our Romulan combat group has launched a number of unprovoked attacks on Federation ships. The Romulans have proven to be
You